All right, just getting set up here. So we're going to use the Nautilus Incline Bench today, and there will be multiple angles of this, multiple views, just because I feel like you just can't have enough. And as I've discovered, we happen to miss a lot of video footage. It's really sad, folks. It does keep happening to me. Like yesterday, what did I miss? Somewhere in there I was warming up, and we got 310 for 4. Alright, so I promise if you're watching this review, I'm not trying to show you guys my butt, but that's where the camera's at for this view. Okay, so, yeah, this is the Nautilus Incline that I bought, and it's going to take me a while to get warmed up. So hopefully you guys aren't in a big hurry. If you are, you want to see the real weights lifted, you might have to fast forward a bit. So I probably should grab my bands. We can warm up over here. I did order some other pieces of gear. Wide lat bar, or whatever you would call that, like the lat pull down bar. And I think with me having purchased this thing, I'm probably not gonna be doing any Planet Fitness incline videos anytime soon. I keep forgetting, folks. So this is the VTX bench, or the Nautilus. It's a Nautilus bench, but it's got all the VTX plates on it. My goal, would be just use VTX plates the whole time on this bench, but we have, we might not have enough of them if we use anything like the Bench Daddy or the Slingshot. Yeah, if we use either one of those, we're not going to have enough weight. So this does have 2 hooks or rack points, pins, whatever you want to call them. And the one is way too low, right? I'm not sure what the hell I would ever use this thing for. Look at this thing. I mean, it is way the hell down there. Yeah, this thing's almost worthless. Now, if I was sitting on the floor, or maybe if I was really short, I guess, I would use that, maybe. I'm not real sure, folks. So I got a commercial decline bench in here. I got the commercial incline. We could do a couple things differently in here, I think. And that would be, I can leave these on here till the next set. I don't think we're going to be able to add more VTX plates, but for the sake of a video, kind of might look better just using one style of plates. So this almost feels like my military press, folks. Man. Well, hopefully everybody's having a happy new year. I think we'll just keep adding 10s till we get to chance to put a 45 on here. Stretch out so we can do a little stretching over here. I don't know how much we're going to lift today. You know, normally we crank out some 225. We crank out some 245 or 250. And then we go to the assisted living, no, to the assisted equipped sets, right? Now, there's some people, you know, probably, maybe they get disappointed when they click on the videos and find, oh, this guy's got this equipped gear, right? And, sorry, getting a monster. And then they got to put their negative comments in. And I assure you, though it is, I assure you I don't do it as much for ego lifting or to get views. I'm more doing it to protect my shoulder, my elbows, and still allow me to put up some heavy weight. Get used to it. Now I believe it has helped me kind of get back into things on the flat bench. If any of you noticed how much I pressed yesterday, we had a over 50 PR of 355. So that was a good thing for me. 355, and then kind of had some interesting sets before that, though. I was warming up. We did 275. I thought I did 8. Turned out it was only 6. Then I put 315 on there, and I was like, let me see how many reps I can get. So I did 4, or it was actually 316. Sorry. So we got 4 of those in, and then what did we do after that? Then a single of 335. I'm pretty sure I could have got. I'm pretty sure I could have got 2 reps of that. You know, I don't think 3 was realistic, but 2 was probably realistic. And then I went 355 and brought it down. Looking at it, I don't think there was any bounce. It was pretty much a bring it down, back up. Then I got the Mad Dog out. We did 320. I tried to get 10. You only get 9. That felt way heavier than I thought it would, but you know, when you max out like that, if that was even my max, right? That kind of taxes you, and it definitely taxed me. I gotta find my gloves. So that's what we got, you know. Yesterday it was a good workout, no doubt. Not sure what helmet those are. Yeah. So today might be a good idea to use the slingshot full bore, and not put up as much ridiculous weight as we've been doing under there. I mean, because we've just been doing, what did I do last week? Seriously, I mean, another 315, and then I did 335, then I did 355. Now this, I believe, is going to be easier to get the weight off, but there's no spotter bars over here. And that potentially is a problem. We don't have a good dumping ground over here. Matter of fact, try and slide some shit down here in case we do have to bail. Nothing worse than that, to be honest with you. Okay. So is that still angled? Seems like it's a little cocked. Try to get this camera lined up a little better. Okay. I think that gets it. Or does it? Can't really see the action as well, so probably need to. So yeah, this is going to be slightly higher angle than what we've been using. How is that going to affect things, folks? Well, you can expect, I believe, that we probably won't lift as much weight as the last couple of sessions, but that's okay. That's okay. We can't always go crazy. And it's actually, you know, after you've done decline for a while, or incline, excuse me, at one angle, why not change it up if you can, you know? I spent all that time in the power cage lifting going up in weight, and in actuality, you know, the amount of weight I was lifting was getting heavier and heavier. Wasn't such a bad thing. Obviously, we want to get stronger, but at some point you got to figure I was going to tap out, you know, max out. And when would that happen? I don't know. You know, muscle memory is definitely come into play, though my shoulders, I think, are stronger than they've probably ever been. So folks, we'll be eventually leaving y'all. Nice long trip. We'll get, I'm not going to tell you how many more incline sessions we'll get. Next time you see me, or one of the next times you see me, I'll be using a hammer strength incline. But when is that? I'm not really sure. It's coming real close though, folks. I'll just leave it at that. And then we'll have to change up the way we work out. I really do like this incline. This thing is solid, folks. Holy cow. I put the adjustable bench back in the flat, neutral position, whatever, because I think it declines, so we just say, neutral position. But I do believe it is, 10 degrees less than this guy is. And we'll probably feel some muscles, fibers that are just getting, what's the word, folks? Just getting used to being used. I'm thinking, hitting at a different angle, there's going to be some muscles that weren't really being used as much. So, I know this person probably won't watch this video, but I had a video suggested, some female working out. Nice back on her. The usual. Let's show her big ass. Thick, big ass, whatever. She's got some muscle on her, but I made a few comments on her videos. I don't know if she'll appreciate my insight. Some young person, probably in their early 20s, but I've watched a bunch of videos, and she has a creative side, but doesn't have the subscribers, doesn't have the views, and she's not, anything particularly beautiful, right? Just kind of attractive. Great back, but potential there, Like if I'm getting as many views as I'm getting, it has nothing to do with how I look, right? It's the weight I'm throwing up. And maybe my age, like, oh, it's a 50-year-old throwing up weight that, a lot of youngsters can't do, right? But it's like, there's a formula for attractive females. Just got to do certain things and you will blow up on YouTube, Instagram. It's not, from that aspect, it's not fair. If you're a female and you really didn't give a shit, maybe you have a fitness channel. Show yourself working out. Of course, do the usual, let me completely bend over in front of the camera, touch my toes, spread my legs, show lots of cleavage if you got that, right? That's part of the formula. Maybe if you really wanted to be popular, then you'd have Twitter. You'd probably get a little bit more revealing on Twitter. And then if you really have no morals, and let's not say those people have morals. They're just a little more liberal, we'll say, than somebody conservative like myself. So nothing wrong with it. Don't take that wrong, people. But the other thing would be, hey, have OnlyFans and completely show everything to the world, or be tastefully covered and make, a lot more money that way, right? That is kind of how that goes, For me, I just gotta be patient and take my time. Can't. I don't know what would get me there faster. Oh no, I do. So for guys, the formula, folks, is completely different, right? What's the formula for guys? The formula for guys is going to be sorry. When we start multitasking, I kind of screw you guys over. Can't put the camera in front of the other camera, right? Okay. So we're about the point where I start with my portrait style videos. But yeah, so easy formula, I think, for women to be popular. And there's the other route. There's a different route to that. What I said. The other is just to be drop dead gorgeous. Do some, let me put on some clothes. And maybe, of course, you're wearing stuff that's, extra small and fits you, really tight. Shows off the curves, whatever. Some of those girls blow up, right? They don't have to do all the other crap. Sometimes they don't, though. So it's like, you got to have all the other stuff. And then when you get sponsored, they blow up, right? Well, guys, you can be young and fit, but how many people, get lucky like Jesse James West, or have that kind of, what's the word I'm looking for, folks? He's somewhat aggressive, like he's a go-getter. And then that is enabling him to, do crazy stuff. He has no shame. No shame in his game, right? Does 155. Yeah, eventually we'll put the elbow sleeves on. Probably the next set. I don't want to kill myself. Can only do so many sets before the elbow doesn't like it. So, alright, so getting back to guys. You've got multiple ways to get through the guys. If you're just ridiculously strong, whether natural or not natural, you can do quite well. Getting a good crew of fellow good-looking guys, and they don't even have to be in really great shape, right? Just gotta be facially good-looking and be fun. Those guys can, make it. And then, of course, the steroid freaks, right? Now, I've only been doing this channel for 90 days. I have done a lot of other channels, and we've had 3 monetized channels, so some aspects I know what I'm talking about, some I don't. But, my age, it would be hard to really find success doing this. Throwing up crazy weights, So what if I get 1,000 subscribers, right? That's not gonna pay shit. 10,000 subscribers, still, from a channel I have that has right about that number, not gonna pay shit. Yeah, I could buy, a couple pieces of fitness equipment every month. And we're not talking a brand new this. We're talking a hip thruster, and a, cheap weight bench off Amazon. Maybe I get to buy a bunch of, free weights. Whatever, right? Bump up to 100,000 subscribers, and assuming the views, that everything is, what's the word, folks? Proportional, right? So if I were to get 10 to 15,000 views a day, which is this channel, because of the short, it's kind of confusing. Shorts versus the YouTube long. But just say 10 to 15,000 views with 1,000 subscribers. And then I jump up to 10,000 subscribers. If I proportionally got 10 times the amount of views, then that money would actually be a lot better than what I, said, 2 pieces of equipment. The reality is it will not be proportional. You have 1,000 subscribers, you have 10,000, your views are probably not that much greater, okay? That's just the reality of YouTube. Now, I've had weeks of one channel make with a third of the amount of subscribers making more than the biggest channel I have. I've had, in one day, 1 million views, but that channel, only got like 5 million in a whole year. So, it's the way it goes. But now you jump up to 100,000 subscribers. Are you able to leave your job? Let's say I was able to buy at 10,000 2 pieces of fitness equipment. Am I going to be able to buy 20 pieces of fitness equipment and do unboxings and assemblies and operational stuff and use that and generate 10 times the amount of income? No, folks. Probably not going to happen. And somewhere in there, it's kind of like, what can we compare this to? I'm not ready for the Cerberus yet. I gotta find my elbow sleeves. It's kind of like, if you want to double the sound, you don't just say, hey, I went from 100 watts to 200 watts and it's twice as loud, right? That formula is, I believe, 10 times. So you have to go from 100 watts to 1,000 watts to double the sound, something like that. Now, I don't believe YouTube is that bad, but the reality is some people will subscribe. And this is also the problem with YouTube Shorts. If you get a lot of people through YouTube Shorts and they're not watching your long viewed videos, and all you're getting are these trickle YouTube views, are you making that much money? I can tell you this channel what I would probably make. Making about 10,000 views almost exclusively on YouTube Shorts, because it's like let's say 9,000 views YouTube Shorts, 1,000 a day to the other videos. It's probably not even accurate, but let's just say it's like that. The 1,000 views on the monetized videos could make me anywhere from a whole $1 up to, say, $4, maybe even $8, depending on what the subject matter is. But fitness stuff, not going to make $8. Now, the 9,000 views of YouTube Shorts, and that's, if I was to get monetized on this channel right now, 9,000 views would get me, let's see, 10 cents for every 1,000 views. We'd get at least 90 cents up to maybe $1.80, okay? Now, you're not even going to get, at that rate, you're not even going to get paid monthly. It's going to take 2 months to get a check, right? Because you got to get a minimum earnings of 100. I'd have to up my ante, folks, to 20, 30,000 YouTube views a day to get a consistent check, and then I'm only getting $100. What the fuck am I gonna buy at $100, right? That doesn't buy a whole lot, right? That's why the other channel is pretty much funding this expedition, or the other channels that are monetized. Alright, that's good. So we'll go 2 plates after this. Then we're gonna switch to Cerberus. So that felt good, considering the amount of volume I did yesterday. But yeah, if we continue the monetization discussion, what was that? Something else. We really have to get this channel freaking cranking. How do you do that, you know? YouTube short videos, folks, die, right? Unless they're something people are searching for. You know, I don't know that it's going to be something people search for in the future, but let's say somebody wanted to know how much the average man could shoulder press over their head. I just did a video with that. It got, 2,600 views, I think, as of right now. Maybe it'll get more. That might be something somebody puts in, and we're breaking our rules here. We're using cap. Now, I do have enough VTX plates, folks, that I could obviously use those exclusively like I talked about doing, but I'm breaking my own rules already. So we're just going to grab this cap, 45. But yeah, YouTube Shorts, folks, totally overrated for money. Maybe not for subscribers. You will find plenty of people that have a lot of subscribers and they ain't got shit for views and they ain't making a lot of money. Alright, I should probably slip around the corner and put my Mark Bell lowers on. So then I'm gonna come back, put all this shit back on, but you guys don't care, right? I gotta rest anyways. But yeah, I think 10,000 regular views a day plus 90,000 YouTube shorts would be an okay income. Not gonna make you rich, that's for sure. And then, to be honest with you, well, we'll talk about this in a second when I come back. Now, there's probably only one person who watches these videos this far into it. That'd be my German stalker that uses a fake account on here and still stalks me after all this time. But for you, maybe I should have allowed you to see the lowers go on. Just kidding. All right. So I gotta put all this crap back on. Yeah, you know, making money on here, folks. It ain't that easy. And make a lot of money ain't that easy. Now, you know, getting some sponsorships would be nice. Getting free clothes would be nice. Getting free gear. Free, maybe eventually I'll get some free workout or pre-workout. Who knows? I don't know. Assuming this channel ever makes it, what's going to be the first thing that we actually get for free? I know from my my other channel I got at least 3 free workout related things. Those guys, all they wanted was Amazon review, you know. It's like, okay, yep, it's good. That's why I can't do Amazon reviews anymore. So I got what, like a perfect push-up type thing. These wall hanging, you know, use your own body weight things that can't use. Got nothing to attach them to. I don't think of what else. That's about it, really. They, and I'm trying to think of the other thing. Now, what would I like, folks? I'd like to contact, like, freaking Cap and VTX, Balance From, these major companies. If I could get, you know, instead of having 1,000, well, I don't even have 1,000 yet, but when I have 1,000, you know, 10,000 I don't think is the point where you get much free anything. It's probably got to be closer to 25 to 100, and then you'll start seeing free shit. Now, is it worth paying for subscribers? If you got all that free shit, it probably would be, right? Because, hell, I don't know how accurate it is. I was watching some video. I think there's a place you can get 1,000 subscribers for $60. Very tempting. Very tempting. If you ever see this channel shoot up 1,000 subscribers just like that, because I gave in. But oh damn! I was using the wrong rope. I have the longer one. That would have been easier to do this with. But yeah, hey, stalker person, splurge for 1,000 subscribers for me, okay? Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, but you know, if it's $60 and you need, let's say you needed 20,000, that's quite a bit of money, right? 20 times 60, 1,200. But if you're getting free guitars, you're getting free, freaking, you know, all kinds of free shit, man, it might be worth it. Free workout gear. I'll tell you what, it's hard getting that weight off compared to the other setup. I think I had that dialed in pretty good. I would slide up on the bench and almost flat bench it off and then extend my arms out. Whew. Wow, huge. Of course, I was 40 more pounds, but huge difference. I don't know how many we got. My head, I got a higher number than reality. It was probably 6 to 8. So, because this shit's heavier, probably not a good idea to think that 245 is gonna feel like 245. We'll do split the difference. And then, so this will be the last set of somewhat raw. People argue, whatever. So if I can get this channel to that level, then the reality is, folks, it's going to be next to impossible. I think if I joined a Gold's Gym and I saw people filming themselves, you know, and I was allowed to bring them to the house, no matter, you know, what they look like, whether they're female or male, skin color, you know, wouldn't matter, right? You just need somebody you can trust, not gonna rob you. If you could do that, then I think you could really blow up the views, because it'd be a little more interesting. Like, hey, I brought somebody else on the channel, and maybe you bring, you know, people weaker than you, maybe you bring stronger people. Obviously, if you can get a bunch of attractive females and they don't mind being, what's the word I'm looking for? Used as objects, from the aspect of getting some, you know, better video. Because I can't really, you know, still video kind of sucks. Getting video that's actual camera moving, you know, when I get a little more cut, if I took the shirt off, you know, and I'm doing the sets and you get the striations and all that stuff, the good stretch across the chest, get some close-ups, you know, those would be a lot better video. And eventually upgrade to some better cameras. But as I've said, this channel, the Weight Slayer channel, not monetized. I will put content on the monetized channels and hope to make, you know, a little bit of money. I think there was one video that, you know, once I learned that I can't reuse stuff like this. But after the fact, when I had the 300 some pounds on my chest after trying to do one extra rep and I couldn't get it up, that video, you know, 5,000-6,000 views, and it was a YouTube short, you know, made a buck, right? 2,500, 3,000 views might make 50 cents. During the holidays, they might make more, right? So you throw a bunch of those in there, pick up some extra subscribers that may not watch anything but the lifting videos you do, because I also have some gaming stuff, tech stuff, all the other crap, guitar stuff. Then, hell, that might help fund some stuff. If we can double dip a little bit. I don't know if that's, I think that's okay. As long as it's not the same camera angle, or same camera shot. And so you'll notice I have a bunch of cameras in here. One is shooting is a laptop that's got 3 webcams, providing a split view, which I think is pretty cool. Then I got the portrait camera, which will do the YouTube shorts. Then I have a reversed view. That's really my main, I call that camera one. That's the long-winded video. You'll see the setup, warm up, little discussion, pump check at the end, and then one other camera that is kind of duplicating the same thing but slightly different view. Alright folks, so 235. I'd like to get 8. I'd love to have, you know, another reason to have a training partner besides the spot is shit, just for them to say, hey, you are, you did 8, you know, 9, 7, whatever. All right, after this, we're switching to the Mad Dog, not the Mad Dog, we're going to use the Slingshot full bore. I'm going to I'll leave the same weight on there, you get to see the difference in the amount of reps, hopefully. Okay, so, a little bit, it's going to be a little heavier, obviously. So I would say about a 15-pound difference due to this angle. I think that was 7, but it was whatchamacallit, folks. Okay. It was 7, but it was let me finish, get myself back. So, this bench is a higher incline, which means we're going to do less weight, right? So, this is bringing it back to reality. I'm not going to be able to match what I did in the power cage with a slightly less angle, because that made it, you know, a little closer to flat. This is making it closer to shoulder press. God, you know, what did I do? We got 3 reps at 230, which isn't 235 obviously, but 7. That just shows you how much shoulder is involved in this, and upper chest is really hitting it differently than the angle we were at before in the power cage. So this may affect our military a little bit tomorrow. We might be a little more shoulder sore. I gotta think that that's almost perfectly 45 degrees, where we must have been at 40, 35 to 40 in the other bench. So, one set of these, then maybe the Bench Daddy, a 275er, or yeah, we need something like 275 probably for the Bench Daddy to even hit our chest. Now the problem's going to be if I can even get the weight off this rack. That's going to be interesting. We're going to try it. I could put weight plates under this and make it more angled or less angled. I do love my incline. You know, it's just gonna take longer to get stronger. Where I was thinking, God, my incline is way up there now. No, it's not up there. Plus, what did we do? We maxed out 270 for 2 reps raw last week at the incline it was at. I don't think I can get 270 for 1 over here. Then we did 275 and we'd run out of gas at that point, but we might be, you know, who knows? I can't max out over here, I guess is what I'm trying to say. When we had the urge to max out again, I'll take it back to the power cage, set up the support bars. Yeah, in the future, be in a commercial gym and probably gonna have to use like a hammer strength open power rack or a closed power rack with hopefully spotter bars to be able to lift in that. And if we're able to, you know, we'll be able to do some maxing out stuff. Or we might just have to go with the flow and be like, okay, going through the motions. Got to do what we can control. I probably do need a little break from all this heavy lifting I've been doing. So we can't use the Cerberus with these, unfortunately. I sent back the other Cerberus, the smaller set that barely covers my elbow. So we're going with the ones that I think, you know, they don't really feel like they add anything. They are just keeping the elbow warm. Now that last set, honestly, if I had a spotter and I was warmer, I felt better, maybe we would have got 8 reps, but I know we at least got 8 reps of 225, so maybe as much as 10 reps. Okay, so this thing is not wanting to go all the way up my freaking right arm. Now, those that might not know, my right arm is bigger than my left. So that can be a problem. Alright, let's see if this has any effect. This thing I don't feel like it adds a whole lot, but you know, maybe it will help here. So not quite the same effect that a Mad Dog would have. We probably would get double the reps. That would have been fun actually to do all, I mean I'm not going to have that, I'm going to be worn out, but do every one of these back to back. Go to the Mad Dog next and the Bench Daddy. Just to see how many reps we get. Yeah, so I want to say that was like 9. It might not have been 9, but I obviously didn't have the good elbow sleeves in. So it might have been plus plus 1 or 2, or plus 2 or 3, I should say, with that. Pretty winded, folks, after that. Alright, we're going to go 245 and we'll put the bench daddy on. We may have problems getting the weight off the rack. We may have problems with having it touch my chest. And if it doesn't work, we might go back to 235 and try Mad Dog. So it is it's an amazing thing, folks, when you do the bench daddy when you do the bench daddy with 315, 355, 360, 380, 400. Amazing how it can make a weight so heavy. And it goes from feeling really heavy at liftoff to almost nothing. And you're just repping away, looking so powerful. So I think the one camera can kind of see a little bit. I cleaning up this area over here. When I return from my long voyage, we're going to add some more equipment. That assumes I don't blow. I got a bunch of Amazon credit. I'm trying each month that I get Amazon Associates, I try and keep that money. And so we've been doing that. But when I come back, I'll have a little bit more. I'm tempted to buy two things. One, I want to buy my home theater, which does not really need a bigger TV, but I want to buy the 86-inch TV in there, which is ridiculous. I want to buy another guitar, something similar to what I have, but different pickups. That would blow all my Amazon money. I could buy a crappy company, buy from a crappy company that would make the 4-way neck machine I want to buy, the seal bench. I think I'm going to spend $300 for a seal bench for sure. The hip thrust bench, we would have, we'd be able to get all that. And then one other thing I want to get is there's a stand-up machine that you can do your lat raises, and then another peg down there that you can do rears with. Been wanting to buy that to see how it is, but I also think if it sucks, I want to send it back too. It's a big hassle. I'll be back in a second, folks. I gotta add salt to something. back, folks. So one thing I've been thinking about. There is close to, well, this basement's anywhere from 2,600 to 3,000 square foot. I am taking over right now half of the unfinished portion, probably, or actually, this portion's not half, maybe a third. I've got this area I want to take over completely. I think I can fit 3 more. I think there's enough room out there like this. We could put 3 more big pieces of equipment in there, or 4 smaller pieces. Like a neck machine could fit over here. If we could actually maybe put the dumbbell tree somewhere else, or the weight tree. I don't even actually need the weight tree with all these, with the decline and the incline having their weight trees. So I sit there and think that might be, you know, something we could work on. But we could put a neck machine right here. The bumper plates, you know, they need to be where the hip thruster is going to be. And then this other weight tree, maybe it goes somewhere else, right? Now, I have to wonder, you know, do I need a seal bench when I have the ability to make these big dumbbells? Probably not. It just feels like another exercise, something else to do, something else to make videos on, right? Maybe it'll pay for itself one day. The neck machine, you know, I have a honest to gosh reason why I need a neck machine. The question is whether I want to spend $1,200, $1,500 and buy a used hammer strength, or I want to buy a new one off Amazon for $500. So there's that aspect. I know I need to get a 3 pieces of cardio equipment. Question is going to be is where are those going to go, right? I can't just I got a TV in here, which this would have been a good spot for it, but reality is they probably need to be in the finished part of the basement, and then that's a problem because there's couches there, but they could go behind the couch facing the TV. So three pieces of equipment there. I'd love to, you know, I thought, oh, it'd be nice to add another garage space, workshop. I didn't think about this, but a bump out would be even better, where you just have a huge extra portion of garage covered that, you know, you would access through the garage. Maybe add an outdoor door to it even. That actually seems like the cheapest thing I could do, because then I could actually relocate just about everything in this basement. Maybe I wouldn't want to do that because of the bugs and stuff, but you know, relocating quite a bit of stuff to the basement wouldn't be a bad idea. And then I'd have room for 2 more pieces of equipment. So then you're talking 5 more things, but that still doesn't get me where I want. I was looking at eBay, and you can buy a used set of Life Fitness circuit stuff. So let's say the ab machines, the chest press, the tricep machine, the biceps, little back exercises, you know, 11,000, 15,000, 20, whatever, whichever set you want to get, and maybe some different quantities in there. That would be another, you know, possibility that I thought about. It's like, oh, well, maybe we can do that. But that gets me back to Yeah, I think I need an actual workshop, folks. Alright, so we can't really get these very wide. So this is the bench, Daddy. And I can't get it to hit my chest. Good news is it shot up when I was done. Just gotta know when you're fatigued. So that was really hard to get off of the rack. We might not be able to use Bench Daddy for incline very much. I think we'll try 275. 275 is at least within my max of raw. I probably could have did 280 to 290 on the other bench, so this is kind of probably where my max is over here. Yeah, not as impressive, folks, lifting over here with the real incline. Now, oops, I'm gonna have to fix that light. You know, I think I've answered this in a text somewhere. Reasons for getting the incline. One, I started to look at adjustable benches, better quality adjustable benches, and they were going to cost me anywhere from $100 plus freight to $350 plus freight for a used one. Now we could have got some killer adjustable benches. We'd have felt like the thing's solid. It can hold my body weight and plus, 300 some pounds easy, right? Now, do I need to be trying to do a 400-pound incline PR? Not really, but hey, it might give me some fucking views. So if I can do it, I might just do it. But I need a spotter. You gotta have somebody hand you the weight. And that last weight, was just not enough weight to really use the Bench Daddy. Now, one thing I did notice the other day, it tore me up on the inside. I think it was the 400-pound reps. The longer that thing stays on, the more it's gonna rip into you. So once I master the 1-ply Bench Daddy, we can go 2-ply. Maybe we go, we get it off a chance to try a 500-pound press. I need somebody to lift it off for me though. Because just like yesterday when I was doing 400, too close to the pins, and I actually hit the pin. This is the first time I can remember doing this. Usually it's repping up, you hit the pin. This time it was after I repped, I was coming back down, I hit the pin on the way back down. And I was like, oh my God, this sucks, because it just totally ruined the whole set. I didn't get to finish like I wanted to. And I was pooped by the end of that. So I stopped at 4 reps. I was cranking them. I was definitely going for 5. We would have got 5. We might have got 6. But just hitting that thing, it's so toxic that, just like, okay, we're done. Now the other aspect, trying to think of where I'm going with this. I didn't feel like I had the best control of it though. Not like the 360 and the 380. I mean, I cranked 9 reps of 360, which that felt real smooth. It felt smoother than what we did 235 for 9 with the slingshot full bore. So that, things are good there. Now my other channels, I got to get back into building computers and crap like that. But I sold most of my gear off, which is a problem for doing that, except for the CPU coolers. And then we have not really bought too many 14 gen. I bought one CPU. Just not. The investment is so heavy. We used to do crypto mining on top of the gaming, and that time it was worth it. But now it's like, oh, do I really want to buy more graphics cards? I think I have enough of them. They're not making enough money off the ones I have. So they do for the one channel, the other channel I'm trying to get monetized. I actually was trying to get 4 channels on top of the ones I already have monetized. One's a gaming channel, one's a gardening travel channel, one is a cat channel, and then this weightlifting one. 2 out of the 4 are doing good. Actually, 3 out of 4 have 760 or more subscribers, I think. One of them is only like 250, and it actually has 2,000 watch hours, so it wasn't doing too bad. But I just got kind of bored with that one. You can only do so much. But the cat channel, I've been throwing some gaming videos in there, trying to get my watch hours up because the subscribers are going to be there. And if I have to make another channel that's like 2 of the other channels that's monetized, that is mainly one topic mixed with other stuff, then so be it. I would do that to this channel if I could figure out how to increase my viewership. Now, I'll tell you this: I could easily throw on a bunch of football videos and get football highlights, get a bunch of subscribers, and delete the videos by the time it comes to monetization. Yeah, we could do that. That is not the best thing in the world. Can't put too many of those videos on because you get copyright strikes, right? So that's just a bad idea. Would it be nice to do to get the subscribers, and maybe get some other people that might look at the rest of the stuff on the channel? Wouldn't hurt, Definitely not going to hurt, but is it the best thing, if you lose the channel? No. Yeah, so I do these long discussions, and it's a chance for me to say what's in my mind, and nobody actually watches these videos all the way through, so, I'm talking to myself. I think you guys at least get the idea of, yep, he's got to figure out what he wants to do with the channel, gear-wise. Can I keep doing these workout videos, the same type of stuff week after week and making gains? Am I going to post the same, I have the microweights, so instead of me doing 315 every week, one video I can do 315 and 317 and 318 and 319, so at least it's different from that aspect. But all right, let's put this thing on. If we can get this off of here, I think the last time we did this, folks, what did I get? Well, the Mad Dog, with the Mad Dog in the other one, it's less of an angle. I was getting 8 reps. This thing is so much more support, so much more stiffness, so much more kinetic energy, so much more potential energy at the bottom. We, could potentially crank out even more. All right. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Does that thing shoot up? That was kind of planned, right? I saved a little bit of energy at the end. Wow. So, because of the angle, you saw how difficult it was for me to even get the weight off of the rack. Still a good set though. Now, I don't know how many I actually got. I'm going to sit here and wait a moment. Feel a little lightheaded, but we could go up just a little bit. Not, definitely not. Hey, let me try and press 315 off that. So on the other bench, I was able to almost flat bench it off the pins and then go to work. This was more like a frickin' military press. Keeping it against this thing, so I got my arms extended and then having to roll it forward. I don't think that was a good thing for the shoulders. I could do a pump check in between sets. So I was going to bring a thing in here. Matter of fact, I'll be back. Let me see if I can bring something in here to do the pump check over here. Door's open. All right, I'm back. So, kind of an amazing thing, I think. The cats, when I let one of them sit on the patio, they seem to know that I opened the door, and I'm just like, how the hell do they know? How do they know? I'm trying to see if this will go on here. this would be cool if I can get this to work, because if it does, nope, not gonna fit. Dang it, does not fit. Hey, this would fit. I could have. I could have put a light on here. No, you know what? I guess we can still get it to work. I don't know a good place that I can put this. Put this back. Oh, this actually would be good for the webcams if I could find a way to. Will this fit on here? Nope. Just not wide enough, you know? Not wide enough for anything. If it was wide enough, we could figure out a way to put a light or a camera on it and have be kind of stupid maybe, but have the camera right in my face with the cable hanging from it. Alright, so this is a bust. But that said, I did find I have this thing over here, and I might be able to get it to work. If we shut the bright light off a second, or rotate the bright light. Let me see. Yeah, not really. Doesn't look any better. Well, I did find a spot. At least I know now I can put a camera or a light on this thing. And there are I-beams across the ceiling that I could fix this thing to. Or I can also just attach this to the steel beam over here. As well as the camera. Somewhere I have these mounts that I think you can screw them into the drywall, and I could put a webcam. Oh yeah, actually one of the cameras is sitting on it. I could screw that into the drywall, and then we actually would be set up pretty good for that. That's not a bad idea. I just solved one of my problems, because I think I have 3 of those lying around. I'm not sure how I got them. I think some company that wanted me to do an unboxing. And of course, get what you pay for. I got what I paid for. God, I miss the days of I would get all these different companies sending me shit on the other channel. Somewhere in there, they must all be linked to each other, but I must have pissed one of them off, and they ratted me out, or who knows, didn't. I don't get those same offers like I was getting. Like, people would send me all kinds of crap. But I also didn't like giving my address out. So that is definitely a negative. Alright, so we've delayed. I guess, you know, the reality is if we can get the weight off the rack, and kind of a spotter to help us get it off the rack. But getting the weight off the rack is the battle. Getting it back on is not about doing the reps. Probably going to be a problem. If my son was available, or if he was even helpful, I would ask him to. Hey, son, can you help me out? I dropped him off at college again soon. Not looking forward to the drive. Not looking forward to saying goodbye to him again. And then I'm not going to see him for a long time. So that sucks. I was doing workouts with him for a long time. And then he just kind of pretty much stopped. Worked out a couple times while I've been here, but not really with his dad out. And so I'm gonna go back to college. Hopefully use the college gym because it's way better than anything around here. Probably better than school gym is even. Okay. So we got 280 on here. I don't think we had 275 touch. If we were a little flatter and I can get my arms out wider, it will touch, but the problem is I only get my arms so far back at this angle. Okay. So, probably the last set. I don't see a 225 rep out today. I want to save something for tomorrow. I'm not looking at the left side. I can't look at both. All right, not too bad. 280 for 8. Okay, so I'll shut down 2 of 4 cameras.